The year is 1491. Imagine the sun-drenched landscapes of the Iberian Peninsula. For centuries, this land has been a crossroads of civilizations. The Romans, the Visigoths, and then the Muslims, all have left their mark. By the late 15th century, the Iberian Peninsula was a tapestry woven from different cultures and religions. Yet for over 700 years, a significant portion had been ruled by Muslims. They called this land Al-Andalus. However, the tide was turning. The Christian kingdoms of the north had been steadily gaining ground for decades. The once powerful Muslim Al-Andalus had shrunk to a small emirate in the south, the Emirate of Granada. This kingdom, with its vibrant cities and fertile plains, was all that remained of a once mighty Islamic presence in Iberia. The Emirate of Granada stood as a beacon of a fading era. The emirate, with its capital in the beautiful city of Granada, was ruled by the Nasrid dynasty. This was a time of great cultural and intellectual flourishing within the emirate. Art, architecture, and literature thrived under the patronage of the Nasrid rulers. The Alhambra, a magnificent palace city, stood as a testament to their achievements. But the Emirate of Granada was a kingdom living on borrowed time. To the north, the powerful Catholic monarchs, King Ferdinand II of Aragon and Queen Isabella I of Castile, had united their kingdoms. They had their sights set on completing the Reconquista, the Christian reconquest of Iberia. The fall of Granada would mark the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in Spanish history. Ferdinand of Aragon and Isabella of Castile were a formidable pair. Ambitious, cunning, and driven by a potent mix of religious zeal and political ambition, they aimed to forge a united Spain under their rule. The conquest of Granada, the last bastion of Islam in Iberia, was crucial to their vision. Ferdinand, known for his shrewd political maneuvering, was a master strategist. He understood the importance of alliances and carefully cultivated support from other European powers. Isabella, a devout Catholic, provided the religious fervor and much of the financial backing for the Granada campaign. She saw the conquest as a holy mission, a crusade to reclaim Spain for Christendom. On the other side stood Muhammad XIV, better known as Boabdil, the last emir of Granada. Boabdil was a tragic figure caught in the currents of history. Young and inexperienced, he ascended the throne amidst internal strife and faced an existential threat from the north. His emirate was weakened by internal divisions and lacked the resources to withstand a full-blown assault from the combined forces of Aragon and Castile. Boabdil was a man of contradictions, brave yet indecisive, cultured yet prone to rash judgments. He knew that the might of the Spanish army was overwhelming, yet he was determined to defend his ancestral homeland. He sought alliances with Muslim powers across the Mediterranean, but to little avail. In the spring of 1491, a vast Christian army numbering over 70,000 men assembled outside the walls of Granada. It was a sight to behold. The air vibrated with the clang of armor, the snorting of horses, and the murmur of thousands of men. Ferdinand and Isabella had called upon the full might of their united kingdoms, and knights from across Christendom had flocked to their banner, eager to participate in this historic crusade. The Spanish army was a formidable force equipped with the latest military technology. Cannons, still a relatively new invention in warfare, were deployed in significant numbers, ready to unleash their fury upon the walls of Granada. Alongside the traditional cavalry and infantry, Ferdinand's forces also included skilled archers and engineers, making it a truly modern army for its time. The Siege of Granada was not only a military campaign, but also a symbolic one. Ferdinand and Isabella understood the power of imagery. They established their camp on a nearby hill, which they christened Santa Fe, or Holy Faith, a constant reminder to both sides of the religious significance they attached to the campaign. For the inhabitants of Granada, the sight of the Christian army camped outside their walls was terrifying. They knew that their city, despite its strong defenses, was no match for the superior numbers and firepower of the enemy. Fear and uncertainty gripped the city as the siege commenced, marking the beginning of the end for Muslim rule in Spain. Granada, a city renowned for its cultural and intellectual achievements, now faced the grim reality of obliteration. Its streets, once bustling with scholars, artists and merchants, were now filled with the sounds of war. The Alhambra, the heart of Granada's splendor, stood as a silent witness to the unfolding tragedy. The people of Granada, resilient and proud, held on to hope even as the siege tightened its grip. They knew that their heritage, their way of life, was at stake. Every day, the city's defenders fought valiantly, but the odds were stacked against them. The Christian forces, relentless and well-supplied, continued their assault. The siege dragged on and supplies within the city dwindled. Hunger and desperation began to take their toll. Yet amidst the chaos, the spirit of Granada endured. It was a city that had flourished under the most challenging circumstances, and now, in its darkest hour, it clung to its legacy of resilience and strength. Like and subscribe to emgotv360 for more stories.